Hi everyone, I am Tony Holness. I'm the Public Policy Director for the ACLU of Maryland, and I'm joined by Yannette Emmanuel, who's our Public Policy Advocate. And we are excited to be talking with you about the bills that we're going to be working on this 2020 legislative session. Now that session has started, we are keenly waiting for the recommendations to be turned into bills. And what we are really going to be looking out for are adequacy and equity. So on adequacy, we want to make sure that our schools have what they need so that our students can be successful. And as far as equity goes, we want to make sure that students and, our children who are in school districts that have been historically underinvested in are actually receiving the funding and resources that they need so that every student in Maryland can reach her full potential with the recommendations that are put forth.
We have a youth right to counsel bill this session that requires that all children have access to an attorney during interrogation. It also prohibits a child from waiving right to counsel without first having an opportunity to speak with a lawyer first.
This is another session where we are really going to be pushing hard to get more transparency over police disciplinary files. As you may know, under our current law in Maryland, if you file a complaint of police misconduct, you have no right to find out what diligence the department used in investigating the complaint. And that's because the complaint file is considered a personnel record. And we think that's really problematic because communities really have no way of knowing if their departments are actually investigating complaints with diligence. So we're going to be working with our partners to ensure that there is at least this baseline level of transparency around police misconduct, because we believe that transparency or sunlight is the best of disinfectants. So we're really hoping that this is the year we'll push that bill across the finish line.
This bill requires that women have access to a prerelease center. Currently, they have access to 0, while men have several. The amount of women who are incarcerated in Maryland has significantly increased over the last couple of decades, and we believe that it's critical that they have access to resources that fit their unique needs.
And that pre-release services are really just a package of services that are available to women when they're getting ready to re-enter from incarceration, right? And that could be like job training, education, reconnecting with families so that folks have the supports they need when they re-enter to get back on their feet and stay on their feet. And so it's really also an issue of preventing recidivism.
Women's needs are much different from men's, and so we feel that it's important that not only do they have access to resources, but resources that fit their needs.
This is the bill to protect our immigrant communities from draconian, misguided, and ineffective immigration enforcement. What we are hoping to do is really disentangle our local law enforcement and local corrections resources and personnel from immigration enforcement. We know that when our communities know that local law enforcement are there to protect them, to serve them, and not to enforce immigration law, folks are more likely to call their police department when they need help. And so we are really hoping that this is the year that bill passes, because we've been working on it for quite some time now, since at least 2014, and the need is even more dire based on what we're seeing happen at the federal level.
Currently in the state of Maryland, if you are incarcerated solely for a misdemeanor or if you're on pretrial, you still have the right to vote while you are incarcerated. But currently there is no mechanism to provide these individuals with a ballot or registration forms. And many of these individuals don't even know that they still have the right to vote. So our bill is both informing individuals while they're exiting of their right to vote, and also requiring that the Board of Elections go inside each correctional facility and provide individuals with access to voter registration forms and absentee ballots.
So these are the priority issues that we expect to be the most demanding of our time and resources and energy. But as you know, the ACLU of Maryland has a really broad agenda. So of course, we're going to be working on many other bills outside of the ones we've talked about today. If you're interested in getting involved, please reach out to our office, but you can also come out to our lobby day.
Our lobby day will be on February 17th, which is President's Day, and you can find more information on that on our website.
Thank you so much. We are really looking forward to what could be an exciting legislative session where we really make a lot of headway towards safeguarding and advancing the rights of Marylanders.